Yeah, so good to see you. You're all up early, huh? Oh, well, no, it's
No,
8:30.
no, no, no.
8:30.
Here is 8:30 in the night.
Night, yes.
And you are in Thursday today
Yeah,
now.
we are in Thursday, yes.
Here Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah, but we will call it, we'll date it as your time. Okay, the satsangs will be in your time. Hmm?
Yes,
Yes,
perfect.
so when I record them, when I, when I archive them, collect them, it will be uh, in the October 29th for you there. Hmm? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one.
Yeah, I have a
Mhm.
personal question. Do you
Mhm.
have the cell phone of India now?
Yes.
You think?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
but my cell phone, US cell phone works here on WhatsApp. The
Uh,
U
Okay,
the
okay,
US, because you see, you are allowed, apparently you're only allowed one cell phone on WhatsApp. So this one is fine. The US one works now. Here.
okay,
You can call
okay.
me if you need to. You can call me. You can share my cell phone also with Cecilia and Louis, just in case, so if, you're busy, they can call me, but I should be fine here. Hmm? Really.
Okay, okay.
Yes. So wonderful. It is good to be with you, all of you.
Ay, dice que es lindo estar con nosotros, qué bueno estar con nosotros. Que
Eh,
ahí son las 5 de la mañana y que descubrió Shuddha que es bueno levantarse temprano porque así tiene el día, tiene muchas horas para hacer las cosas que quiere hacer.
yes, and the Gnani is going to be leaving for Morbi, the place in Gujarat in the western India, and it's about 4 or 5 hours away from here. The only problem is it's raining there, and it's an outdoor function, so let us hope that it is the weather is such that they can continue the JJ and the JJ Janma Jayanti plus the Pran Pratishtha of the temple there. The temple should
Mm.
be fine because it's indoors, but yeah, so anyway, so let us now offer
Vamos a
our.
cantar, vamos a rezar también para que el Nani que está en el oeste de India está inaugurando un lugar que está a 4 horas de Simandar City. Este, es un lugar donde llueve mucho, así que esté protegido.
Yeah. Yeah, so we will offer our three mantra for the people and the Mahatmas and the Gnani in Morbi, 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 India. It's a beautiful
Mm.
little place. Hmm? Yes.
Vamos a ofrecer el Trimantra para todas las personas Mahatmas y del Nani que están en Morva, que es un lugar muy lindo, pequeño, pero muy, muy lindo.
Yes. And very close to Morbi is Vavania, Vavania, Vavania. That is the birthplace of the previous Gnani, Srimad Rajchandra. Rajchandra? Uh,
Ah, y Raj Chandra nace en un lugar muy cerquita de ahí, en un lugar que se llama Bhavani,
Vavania, Vavania,
Bhavania.
Vavania. And yeah, it's just next door. It's a beautiful, it's very peaceful little village and amazing energies there. Very amazing energies. Mm.
Dice que Bhavania es un lugar muy chiquito, muy, muy hermoso, con unas energías preciosas,
Yeah,
maravillosas.
yeah. So let us begin the three mantra. Who is going to
¿Quién
say?
canta el Trimantra?
Arman, yeah, you want to do the three mantra?
Ok, salí elegido.
Oh,
En
okay.
inglés, ok.
Uh, yeah.
Namo Vitragai, Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vasayanam, Namo Loye Sava sahunam eso panchanamukaro savapavapanashano mangalanam cha savesim paramam havai mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satchidanand. Namo Vitragaya. Namo Arihantanam. Namo Siddhanam. Namo Ayareyanam. Namo Vasayanam. Namo Loe Sabasahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro Savapavapanasano Mangalanam cha saubesim Paramang Havai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satchitanand. Namo Vitragaya. Namo Arihantanam. Namo Siddhanam. Namo Ayareyanam. Namo Vasayanam. Namo Loye Savasahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro Savapavapanashano Mangalanam cha sauvesim Paramam Havai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satchitanand. Jai Satchitanand. Jai Satchitanand.
Well, with this magnificent, auspicious three mantra, we begin our presence. We begin our presence and our undivided attention at the feet of Dada and listening and reading to his liberating words. You see?
Por este maravilloso trimantra vamos a empezar este satsang, estar en presencia de las palabras de Dada, maravillosas palabras de Dada.
Yes.
We were in page 29 last time.
Page 20. Okay. All right. So, so last time we read that and the chapter where Chandu
About remorse.
Chandu feels
Yes,
remorse.
and
While
guilt.
find one feels remorse, and you keep saying that.
Yes. Yes.
And that is fully discussed last time with by all of us. Yes, now we will go to the next heading. Yes, and the beauty about all of this is that you know every time you read it, it feels new, it feels fresh. It is not as if, oh, I already know this, because in every sentence there are so many secrets of Dada that open up for the Amapura, that you're always always find it fresh and new. You always find it fresh and new.
Vamos a leer esto y cada vez que lo leamos, siempre va a haber algo fresco y nuevo. Son tan profundas las palabras, y con tantos secretos que cada vez que los volvemos a ver hay algo nuevo para
Yes.
descubrir, para aprender.
Yes. So, and our PDF is called GDS. So let me just pull that. GDS. GDS. Yes, GDS. Dot PDF. There it is. And now I share it. There we are. 31 is too far. And the next heading is going to be 20. Chandu feels
29.
Yes, so we go to the next heading of 28 and 29. Yes. Pulling the Joathi Thai Hisab Chokha, seeing the accounts get cleared by seeing. Dada doesn't use the word karmic account. It is understood that it is an account. When you say this is an account of my own, that means that is what it is in front of you and I, you see. This is whatever is in front of us, we should, even if we don't use the word karma, it is an account, isn't it? That is why it is there in front of us.
Acá usan la palabra, dice el título es la cuenta kármica se despeja viendo. Pero en inglés está, sí, es cuenta kármica. En realidad todo lo que está frente a nosotros es karma, ¿no? Eso es una cuenta.
It's,
Así que
the reason you use the word karma is for people who have the awareness and the understanding of life, after life. You see, so mind, speech, and body in different realms of existence keep arising, life after life, depending on the underlying planning, underlying project.
ujú. Dice que para nosotros sabemos esto que es una cuenta, lo que esto representa, ¿no? El título. Las personas que no están en esto es como que hay que aclararles. Nosotros sabemos que la mente, el cuerpo y el habla va surgiendo a través de todas las diferentes vidas, más allá de lo que esté remarcado.
Project, project means an organized plan, you see. And projection means you're giving energy to that organized plan. In the next life, I would like to have a woman or a man like this. In the next life, I would have at least one son and one daughter, and the son has to come first. I would like to have a beautiful wife, you see, who cooks for me beautiful food. All of those things is this planning, you see.
Ajá.
Projection, you see. And so you can do all the projections and planning whatever you want, but then there is vyavasthit. Then there is scientific circumstantial evidence, right?
Acá habla de planificación y habla de proyectos, ¿no? Dice, Bueno, yo en la próxima vida quiero tener un marido amoroso, quiero tener un hijo y una hija, el hijo que venga primero, quiero una esposa que me cocine rico, y todo esto es lo que planificamos. Después, viene ya bastito.
Yeah, yeah. Dada calls it accounts. You see, all the accounts get cleared. Dada says, whatever is the account, they get cleared. So in Gujarati, Dada has not used the account of karma. He just calls it accounts. You see, he
Ujú.
calls it an account. It's an account.
Acá
Mhm.
que Dada dice que él dice que son las cuentas, se limpian viéndolas.
Yeah, account, and without an
Ujú,
account, no one in this, nothing, no energy can touch you, no energy can touch you. It doesn't. It's the account which comes uh, to you or remains in front of you, depending on whether you are enlightened, awakened, separate versus not separate, not enlightened, Euso, Maria, Euso, Luz, etc., not separated.
ujú. La cuenta es lo que viene a ti o lo que permanece, ¿no? Este es iluminado o no, separado o no.
Yeah. So, questioner, I'm aware when I make a mistake. Correction. I'm aware when a mistake is happening. I even scold, the questioner is saying, I even scold him internally. Chandubhai, what you're doing is not right. But even then, he does not listen and he continues doing it.
Ujú. El interlocutor dice, yo soy consciente cuando se produce un error. Yo incluso lo regaño inmediatamente, internamente. Chandubhai, lo que estás haciendo no está bien, pero aún así él no escucha y continúa haciéndolo.
So Dadashri replies, there is no problem with that because the seer, the one who sees, is pure. There is purity and impurity in the object he is seeing. And that too, that is the purity and impurity, is through a relative perspective, a relative view. However, for the seer, the real one, Ama, there is no issues of purity dash impurity. Yes, there is no purity, impurity. For the seer, everything is the same indeed. It is in the minds of these people that the minds categorize things as right, wrong, but there is no right, wrong in the Lord's vision. Society defines things as right, wrong. The Lord actually says, what does the Lord say? You become free when you see it. You are separate and they are also separate, you see. The mind, speech, and body, they are separate. So, what happened here? When you clear the account, or the karmic account, we call it, when you clear the account which was bound through agnan, ignorance of who am I, and ignorance of who is doing all this, if you clear that by seeing it, you become free. And it too, it means the non-self account also becomes free. The account which was previously bound without seeing, by clearing it upon by clearing it upon seeing it, on seeing it, there is no other way to clear it. You, the Soya Amapura, become free. Yes.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Dadashri dice, no hay ningún problema con eso, porque el que ve es puro, Shuddha. Hay pureza e impureza en el objeto que él está viendo. Y eso también, la pureza y la impureza, es a través de la perspectiva relativa. Sin embargo, para el verdadero, el que ve, no hay pureza ni impureza. Para el que ve, todo es lo mismo. Son las mentes de las personas las que categorizan las cosas como bien, mal. Pero no hay bien, mal en la visión del Lord. La sociedad define las cosas como bien o mal. El Lord realmente dice, te vuelves libre cuando lo ves. Tú estás separado y ellos también están separados. Entonces, ¿qué pasó aquí? Cuando tú despejas la cuenta kármica que está contraída por el Agnan, la ignorancia del ser, al verlo, te liberas y él también se libera. La cuenta kármica que estaba previamente contraída sin ver, al despejarla, al verla, tú también te liberas.
End of chapter, end of satsang. Yeah.
Nothing else.
Nothing else, only this much when it is
Yes.
understood and absorbed and results in our experience as amapuras, it's over, it's done, you see. This is the essential, fundamental science of Akram Vignan, you see. You know,
Esta es, es esencial en la ciencia del Akram Vignan, es esencial.
you see, like all of us, who have had this complaint, Dada, is the complaint of this man who says, because he says, I am aware, means I am separate, I am aware the mistake is happening, and I scold him or her, Gabi, um, Martin, etc., etc., Fabi. You're wrong, you're not doing this right. But even then, Gabi or Fabi will not listen and continue to do what she is doing. You see, now this is exactly how it is in life, because this shows the discharge part, the discharging karma effect. You see, discharging karma effect. This is how it is. You can't fight it. You can't fight it. You can only just say, Gabi, Fabi, Luz, it's wrong. You shouldn't be doing it, you see. No, but it will happen. And that is yours and my experience, even after the Gnan Vidi. Is it not? It is our experience.
Acá dice, cuando le dicen le preguntan a Dada, dice, yo estoy consciente de que el error está produciéndose, incluso lo reto internamente, pero Chandubhai lo que estás haciendo no está bien, pero aún así él no escucha y lo continúa haciendo. Y acá lo que remarca es que lo que sucede es que se está produciendo la descarga de karma, el efecto se está descargando el karma de efecto. Esto
Mhm.
es lo que sucede.
Yeah, and you see, this is the.
Ay, pero sorry.
Yeah.
Y esta es nuestra experiencia, ¿no? Que lo pudimos experimentar a través del tiempo. Sabemos que no está bien, le decimos a Chandu y y lo seguimos haciendo. Y esta es nuestra experiencia.
Look, we are at the level of the uh, Akram Vignan level of the being the knower seer. This is at a very high level. This awareness is now, this awareness has arisen. I am aware that a mistake is happening. It's not a question of the man, the Mahatma is sleeping or is not paying attention. He's aware, Mahatma. And the awareness is the separation. Soy Amapura. This is being done by Marcella, or it is done by Alicia is making the mistake, you see, or Patricia is making the mistake, you see.
Ujú.
Mm.
Acá cuando dice, yo estoy consciente de que el error está sucediendo. Y lo que quiere decir acá es que yo soy consciente que el error está sucediendo. Es lo
Yes.
maravilloso. Y es como decir, estoy separada mirando a Gaby, Fabi, Patricia, que sigue haciendo esto, porque está en una descarga de karma.
Absolutely. See, Alicia or Fabi or Marcella is already a formed Prakriti. The Prakriti is now ready from birth till death to unfold, to discharge, and in that discharge, you see, uh, the awakened one, the aware one, you and I, can see the discharge. They see. And because of the old habit, we say, oh, right or wrong. You see, he says, you're doing this is not right. You see, that, and he's telling Fabi, he's telling file one, you're not doing this right. You see, but then what his experience is that he still doesn't listen. He doesn't say, "Oh yeah, yeah, I won't do it." It will happen. You see, you know that you're not supposed to take the fourth cup of coffee in 1 hour, but you will keep on drinking the black coffee, right?
Just a little bit, a
Just
little
a,
bit more.
just no more chocolate, no more piece of chocolate. Oh, just one more, just one more.
Oh, yes, yes, Sudha, yes. Acá nosotros estamos en un nivel muy elevado, en el Akram Vignan estamos en un nivel muy elevado, que es el del conocedor, el que conoce y el que ve. Y soy consciente de lo que está sucediendo, pero estoy separado. Y vemos, por ejemplo, como a Fabi, Alicia, a Gaby, van a estar toda la vida en una descarga, pero en el consciente ven. Y cuando dicen que algo está bien o mal, eso solamente por el viejo hábito. Y nosotros lo podemos ver en nuestra experiencia, ¿no? Por ahí tomar 4 tazas de café y no está bien, pero lo seguimos haciendo, o chocolate, un poquito más, y lo seguimos haciendo. Pero bueno, es lo que como ejemplo de nuestra experiencia, ¿no?
Yeah. So you see this. By the way, this material is from Aptavani 12. You see, second volume of Aptavani 12. This particular entire paragraph. You see, um,
Ujú.
and uh, and this is magnificent. You see, this even the awareness that Dada, what shall I do with Gabi or Fabi? She is, she is beyond help. She continues to do the things that I know she shouldn't be doing, but she doesn't listen to me. And the point really here is Dada's first sentence is enough. Dada says, there is no problem with that. You see? There is no problem with that. You see? Dada essentially says, why? Because I'm not concerned with the unfolding account and what is happening in your discharge in conduct. The conduct through mind, conduct through body, conduct through words. I'm not concerned. I am not concerned with that. I am concerned with what's going on inside you. And what is going on inside you is that the Shuddha one, the pure one, has awakened, he is separate and is there. I am only concerned with you, the Amapura. This thing, I'm not, because if this one is not pure, then everything becomes even more impure. Yes, I will do whatever I want to do. Nobody's looking. Even the Pope is doing it, you see. Even the Pope is doing it in the night, so why should I be worried about it? You see?
Mm. Why not, no?
The whole world does it. Forget
No,
it. You
acá,
see?
cuando le dicen esto, Dada, ¿no? Yo lo reto, que esto, que lo otro, y Dada dice, no importa qué es lo que esté haciendo, eso no es lo que me importa. Lo que es importante es es ver que esto se en descarga, ¿no? Es la conducta de la mente, el cuerpo y el habla. Es poder ver qué es lo que está pasando, porque en general a todos nos pasa en todo el mundo, bueno, que en descarga de karma estamos haciendo lo que hacemos y también de alguna manera también se justifica. Dice, bueno, si esto lo hace hasta el Papa, yo también lo puedo hacer. Pero no, el tema es estar, lo que importa es el estado de pureza, de estar separado, de estar despierto. Eso es lo que importa, eso es lo único importante.
Yes, you see, this is being emphasized at this level in our satsangs, and we have had many, many satsangs, right? This is being emphasized now for us because any idea, any desire to change this conduct of Shuddha or loose or Harman um is ignorance. You see, this is ignorance. You go try to change it at your own peril, at your own risk of moving away from the beauty of the science that you are. You are the science. That is the self. We remember we did the Siddha Stuti there, right? You know, we used to say, I am who Vignan Swarupchu, I am the science that is the self. I am the science that is the self. This one requires do this, do that, don't do that, pray, do all of these vidis, etc. Do. You see?
Yes. Esto es enfatizar, ¿no? Porque cualquier idea o deseo de querer cambiar la conducta de Shuddha, de Luz, de Germano, de cualquiera, ese no es el camino. En realidad es traer las oraciones del Siddha Stuti. Tú eres la ciencia del ser, ¿no? Y no estar en que, bueno, haz vidias, practicarama, haz amaika, haz esto, haz lo otro. Y en realidad es poder ver,
Yeah, well,
ver y
this,
recordar
uh,
quiénes somos.
the Siddha Stuti has to be kept separate. Siddha Stuti really is for the self, and you are not doing it. You are making Patricia say the sentences, and you are making her more. You are making her more more and more like you are, absoluto pure, absolutely. So you want, so that is what it is. It is Patricia who still likes to go elsewhere. So, I say, Siddha Stuti, you see. So Siddha
Ujú.
Stuti you leave out, okay? Don't include that in the doership, you see.
Ok, ok,
Mm.
sorry.
Yeah, it's
Eh,
my fault because I said it, you see. Yeah, it was spoken, you see. Oh, go on. You're doing fine now.
eh, bueno,
Yeah.
y lo que acaba de decir Sudha es que Patricia es la que dice las oraciones, ¿no? Pero en realidad son las oraciones del ser absoluto. Eres el ser absoluto.
Yeah. The one that you are seeing, you see Fabi, I see Shuddha, you see? The one that you're seeing, that one is absolutely and always and forever and was forever, is eternally pure. You and I were never ever impure. We were never impure. You see, it was the cloud, it was the dirt in front of our eyes, it was the darkness, it was the deep layers of darkness, the ignorance that was the problem. You see, that has gone now, so we should not now, Dada is now be emphasizing that you were never, the knower is never impure. The knower is never impure.
Yes.
The seer is never impure. Hmm?
Ujú. Dice, por ejemplo, Fabi ve a Fabi, Shuddha lo ve a Shuddha, ¿no? Como que cada uno se ve y cuando vemos, y cuando vemos a los demás también es por siempre, eternamente puro, jamás impuro. El corazón, el conocedor y el que ve jamás son impuros. Es la pureza, el conocedor y el que ve es la pureza.
Yeah, it's like the element, and it's like gold, the pure gold. It gets the relative, it gets mixed and it gets mixed and compounded. It gets mixed with a lot of other elements like copper or nickel, etc. Right? And gets turned into different shapes, but is the gold remains gold. You see, it 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 and it may shine different, may look different because of the mixture of the other things, but the gold cannot be transformed into something else. That is its purity. In the same way is with our own souls. The souls of human beings are really, always have been pure. Pure means, as pure means the pure means they really do not mix. They do not mix and change and leave their own original state, original qualities, you see. They remain in their own qualities, the gold, the ama, pura, you see. And that is how it has been before. And the only difference that happens is, the only thing that happens is the eh, the belief that I am this ring which is made of copper and gold mixture, you see. I am this mixture it takes on its own belief, you see. So I am Marcella, I am Herman, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to finish this, you see. That I am Gabi, I have to do this. You see, that new entity is the Prakriti, and now the separation lets you see it exactly as it is, exactly as it is in front of you. I see Shuddha, you see Gabi. You see?
Yes. El oro puro, por ejemplo, en lo relativo está mezclado con otros elementos, puede ser con cobre, con níquel, y podemos ver que el oro sí que está mezclado tiene brillos diferentes debido a los componentes que se usaron. Pero el oro en sí mismo no puede transformarse en otra cosa. El oro, es puro, no se mezcla, ni cambia, ni pierde sus cualidades. La diferencia de creer que soy una mezcla de cobre y oro, eso es, o que yo soy cobre y oro, tengo que hacer tal cosa, tengo que terminar el tarota, todas estas pertenecen a la entidad del Prakruti, pero la separación es oro puro.
You see that sentence, the second sentence in the Dada's answer is magnificent. What he is really saying is that the one that you are seeing, I see Shuddha, you see Gabi, Luz, Harman, the one that you are seeing, that one does have purity, impurity. Purity, impurity is in Shuddha or in Harman. And that also, this is the critical thing, and it's already in your translation. And that purity, impurity, okay, it is part of duality, good, bad. That purity, impurity is, and that two is with the relative viewpoint. That is only with the relative viewpoint. It is not with the real viewpoint, you see.
Yes. Dice, el que ve a Shuddha, ve a Gaby o a Fabiana. Y puede ser puro, puede ser impuro, y eso también es desde el punto de vista de la vida relativa. Eso es desde el relativo, el bien, el mal, puro o impuro, es desde lo relativo.
Yeah, I say this word I have to give you because this is very common word. It is, when we say relative, it is actually sapeksh. I say sapeksh. I have written it down in the chat. You see, apeksha, apeksha. You see, apeksha means apeksha. These are in the ladies' shibir. This is all giving is much more given. Is apeksha means expectation. Expectation. You say apeksha. I expect him to behave. I expect him to be mine. I expect him to stay around me. I expect him to listen to me. Apeksha. You see. And he in turn has the apeksha, expectation. I want her to be home when I'm home. You see. I don't want her to be talking to too many men. You see. Blah blah blah. Apeksha, right? Now. With expectation, because when you are with expectation, it becomes relative, sapeksh. Sapeksha. You see, Marcella is translating this for you. Sapeksha, okay? Expectation, all right? Sapeksh, and the other Shri says, so when there is sapeksh, when you say apeksha, sapeksh, and then there is another word called means nada. Nirpeksha. Nirpeksh means no expectation, zero expectation. You see? Now, so the Amapura, the awakened one, is without expectations, no expectations. This one is filled. This one called the Pudgal, the Prakruti, you see, has all kinds of expectations. If I do yoga, if I practice my bowls, my music will be better, you see. If I sing, if I keep singing, my voice will improve, you see. So you do it because you're expecting a result, you see. You do it because you expect something to happen, you see. The relative world is always filled with expectations, you see.
Acá Shuddha dio tres palabras, una es apeksha,
Yeah.
que es lo relativo, otra que es apeksha, que son expectativas. Las expectativas son del relativo, ¿no? Bueno, yo quiero que me llames a tal hora, 3 veces por día, que seas así, que hagas tal cosa. Y bueno, después de eso hay que hacer practikraman. Después está Nipeksha, que es cero expectativas, y así son los seres que están liberados, que no tienen expectativas, ¿no? Nosotros tenemos expectativas, por ejemplo, bueno, quiero cantar, voy a cantar para que mi voz mejore, y eso es una expectativas que suceden en lo relativo.
So Dadashri, and our translation is correct. There's nothing wrong with our translation because this is how it is. But Dadashri says, remember that you and I, as in this body, as it is, we have two viewpoints, you see. One is a relative viewpoint. The relative viewpoint is with expectations, is always filled with expectations. Oh, it's now lunchtime, so I expect, you go in the kitchen thinking, well, now some lunch may be ready, you see. So it's always, any movement of the mind, speech, and body is associated with expectations, you see. Ego, says, okay, I Ego does, he says, I don't want to take a shower. But then the other thing is he still goes for a shower because he will feel cleaner. He will feel a little cleaner and fresher, you see. So this is the uh, impurity, this word, there is this word impurity that Dada has used in the relative, says pure and impure, you see. Actually there is only one, because there is no, it is there, impure and impurity. Like impurity means there is this, uh, in the relative impurity, you see, and relative purity is there. People will say he's a very pure man. What he's trying to say is he's a clean man, he's an honest man, or she's an honest woman, you see. There is no deceit in her, you see, she's honest. You see, these are relative qualities, you see, but relative qualities, in order to appreciate these relative qualities, you have to become Patricia, or you have to become Luz, you see. Luz can say this, you see. You, Amapur, cannot make judgments about what is happening in the relative, you see.
Ujú. Dice, recuerda que en este cuerpo hay dos puntos de vista. Uno está lleno de expectativas, ¿no? Y bueno, es el mediodía, tengo hambre y el cuerpo quiere comer. Y todo esto sucede en lo relativo. El ego también puede decir, bueno, no me quiero bañar. Y después por otro lado dice, no, me voy a bañar para sentirme fresco y limpio. Y todas estas cosas son del Prakruti, ¿no? La palabra de esto que Dada trae que dice puro, impuro. El puro en lo relativo también se usa. Cuando puede decir, bueno, esto es una persona pura, podemos decir que esta mujer es pura, es honesta, no tiene codicia, no tiene engaño, pero nos estamos refiriendo siempre a lo relativo cuando decimos puro o impuro. Pero solamente Luz puede mirarse así o Patricia puede mirarse así, pero lo que sí somos es alma pura.
Mhm. The by nature, this what Dada is saying, by its nature, by its swabhav, by its own view, uh, there is no right, wrong, purity, impurity. Amapura only sees the Amapura. Ama sees the pure, P capital pure, only sees the pure. and 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 as Patricia or as Arman, you start saying both. You see, but you come down. You see, in other words, you are here, pure, and then you become Arman. Yes, this is good. This is not so good. This is clean. This is dirty. This is right. This is wrong. You see. Now, how do you make sense out of it? In other words, people will say, am I pure or am I pure here? In other words, what am I? And Dadashri says, don't try to solve this puzzle. You see, this is how it is. And then Dada says there are two viewpoints to solve this puzzle. Those who do not, you see, all the saints of India who are in hanging on to the purity, I'm Amali, they have no understanding. They have to accept that the relative viewpoint is also there because your body and the mind is there. It is always going to go wherever you are, you see. So the relative viewpoint and the real viewpoint, that has given us so much beautifully this view, you see.
Ujú. Dice, por naturaleza, dice la palabra de Dada, ¿no? Que por naturaleza no hay puro o impuro, o bueno o malo, es solamente el alma pura, que solo ve lo puro, ¿no? Patricia puede ver que hay algo puro, Germán puede ver que hay algo limpio, o otro puede ver que hay algo erróneo. Pero no se puede tratar, Dada dice, no trates de resolver esto, no trates de resolver esto. Solamente hay dos puntos de vista, ¿no? Que es el relativo. Y hay que aceptar el relativo porque estamos con este cuerpo está allí. Y es aceptar también que estos son solo puntos de vista, son opiniones. El decir que es bueno, es malo, puro o impuro, son opiniones.
Yeah, it comes down to before the opinion there is the vision. You see, the before the vision is I am Patricia. You see, and once the moment you become I am Patricia, I am Fabi, you know, the world is already there. And Dada says, don't be afraid, don't be worried about what is in front. You see it. First, see it through this vision, see it, and see that Fabi is seeing it this way. You see, so see Fabi getting upset when something is wrong, and see Fabi when she's very happy when something is working very well. See that, and and you as the seer will continue to remain pure, absolutely pure. Uh, You see, our mistake is to try to somehow keep on with the good and running away from running away from the bad or the unpleasant. You see, that is where we make errors, you see.
Ujú,
Hmm?
ujú. Dice, por ejemplo, ¿no? La visión. Patricia, primero viene una visión, después es yo soy Patricia, y luego cuando soy Patricia, ahí se arruinó todo, ¿no? Porque empiezan las opiniones. Y esto es el mundo que está allí. Pero ella dice, no te preocupes por lo que hay allí. No te, ve, por ejemplo, a Fabi cuando está enojada, porque algo no está bien hecho. O ve a Fabi cuando está feliz porque alguien trabaja bien. Pero el ser ve lo puro, ¿no? Y deja de correr porque quieres liberarte de la impureza, deja de correr por eso.
Mhm. You see, uh, these are golden words here. This is absolutely words that are coming in front of the enlightened and the awakened ones of Gnani Purush Dadashri. You see, this is not being thrown out to the people of the world. This is very special. These here in front of me, including I, you see, each one of us are the Gnani Mahatmas of Gnani Purush Dadashri. This why we are the Gnani Mahatmas? Because we have Gnan. We are using his Gnan. Which Gnan? The five agnas. We are seeing it through these agnas, relative, real, scientific, circumstantial evidence. We are seeing it this way. So we are the Gnanis. Don't ever slip from there. Be in the awareness of that. You see, it's not a title because it is not something that somebody can give a certificate you hang on your window or in your room. It is not a title that others can give you. When you and I are in the agnas, nobody knows that. It's nobody and nobody's business. It is only the total kingdom of the I. This is the kingdom of the I, you see. It is the domain of the liberated self, you see. The self that is now never ever going to get mixed with the non-self, you see. Sorry, it's long, but go on.
Oh, it's beautiful. Eh, Estas son las palabras doradas, ¿no? De Dada. Y estas palabras no se sueltan hacia el mundo. Esto es para los que van a Dada. Y Dada entrega estas palabras. Y poder ver que esto es lo que está frente a mí. Y nosotros somos Gnanis Mahatmas, porque estamos con el Nan, porque estamos en las 5 agnas. Y es estar en conciencia del Nan y de las 5 agnas lo que nos hace Gnani Mahatmas. Y nadie tiene que saber, ¿no? Este es el reino del yo, esto es el ser liberado y nunca más volveremos a la mezcla.
If somebody says, you're not a Gnani Mahatma, don't call yourself a Gnani Mahatma. You see, that is reserved for somebody else. No, there is no reservation of this state. This is a highly independent inner state of the awakened one, you see. We are awakened by the Gnan, the knowledge of Dadashri. The knowledge of Dadashri has awakened us. And that knowledge is risen from that Gnan Swarup Dada, the knowledge state Dada who sits within us in the Gnan Vidi. And so the words when we say Ish bin Sile or Eu Soamapura or Hu Shuddhatmachu or Soyamapura, they are not coming from anything that is visible, that is really the wisdom. Yes, people will say Luz is reciting this, but it is really coming from your own awakened ones, the source. It is coming from the source. You have received it. You have received the gift of all gifts, you see. And now it is growing inside you as Gnan, G capital Gnan, knowledge, you see.
Ujú. Dice que nosotros, hay gente que dice que nosotros decimos que somos Nani Mahatmas. Y sí, esto es un estado, no es algo para estar escondiendo. Esto es lo que nosotros recibimos en el Nan y es lo que nos elevó. Gracias al Nan, en el Nan Dada nos despertó y en ese conocimiento se sienta en todos nosotros y este conocimiento es el Nan, yo soy alma pura y esto es lo que y estar conectados con esto, con este Nan que viene de la fuente y que lo recibimos.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. See, the Lord has said, ભગવાન તો કહે છે કે જોઈ ગયા એટલે છૂટા થઈ ગયા. You see, the again, it says Dada's words in precision are that the Lord says that once you have seen it, you have become separate. You see, now what do we see? Then the answer is see this world of duality, you see the world of so-called purity, impurity, good, bad, see the world of doership, see the world of programmed accounts. These are all programmed accounts that are unfolding in front of you, appearing in front of you. Just see it. Seeing it once, you become free. It is, and જોઈ ગયા એટલે છૂટા થઈ ગયા. You see, so it arises. It will come in front of us. It if it remains in another country or far away outside you, it remains outside. But then some of it comes in front of you. Boom. Through the medium of the mind, through the speech, words, file. We call this a files, you see. It comes in right in front of you, you see. And the seeing part continues from our side. This is the critical message. See it. So first is the seeing, and then having seen it without reacting to it. Why is it here? Get it out of me. I don't like it. You see, keep it away, ignore it. No, none of that. We just see it. And in the seeing will arise the energy of the experience, the knowing, you see, the knowing part. The knowing part will come now, you see.
Ujú. Dada dice que el Lord dijo que una vez que lo vistes, te separaste. Pero ¿qué es lo que viste? Viste el mundo de la dualidad, de lo que es puro, de lo que es impuro, de lo que te gusta, de lo que no te gusta, de lo bueno, de lo malo. Y lo que hay que ver es que todo lo que está sucediendo es algo que se programó, es una cuenta que se está desenvolviendo o que, ¿no? Como que se está desenvolviendo el karma, ¿no? Entonces lo ves y esto es como que te eleva y viene a todos nosotros. Van a venir palabras, van a venir mentes, van a venir archivos, files, pero la parte crítica es ver y ver sin reaccionar, ver, solo ver. Y entonces surge la energía del conocer,
Mm.
del conocimiento.
You know, in the earlier teachings of Akram Vignan, many years ago, we were in the focusing on the fault that happened. Who is the owner of the fault? Has to do pratikraman, you see. Awareness of the fault, etc., etc. And now the man has come with a question to Dada, Dada, I'm aware that the fault is happening. But this person in front of me, this Julia or this Devadasi or Rosie is a tough nut. Dada, if she doesn't listen to me, or and even if I scold her, next day she continues to do what she does, you see. Now, at this time now, Dada says, that's okay. This for the first time, he says, there's no problem. No problem, he says. That's how she is. No problem, you see. Let's focus on what's important. And what is important is, have you lost your purity? Have you lost your purity? Or have you slipped away from your purity in the attempts to try to improve her or him, you see? Why do you want to improve her? Why do you want to make her better so that she looks better in front of others? Again, we have an understanding this is the pride kashai coming in, you see. Why do you hide what she's doing, so that because you don't want her to look bad? Deceit coming in, you see. So all of these things are already there. That is the complex. So now you see it. You don't even have to tell her, Fabi, I know what is happening, The knower, the blissful one knows. The Lord knows within Patricia where Patricia is going, this way or that way. Knows everything. The eyes of the Lord are on you in the same way, you know. I was in, I was in here. On the eyes of the Lord, go on, let you finish that, then I will tell you. I certainly see this scene, you see, so I want to share that. Mhm.
Al principio, ¿no? Cuando se transmitía las enseñanzas del Akram Vignan, se ayuda que se enfocaba mucho en las faltas y en el hacer practicaban. Pero ahora, ahora ya estamos conscientes de las faltas de cualquier persona. Entonces le digo y le sigo y le digo que no haga estas faltas, pero las sigue haciendo. Y Dada dice, ok, no, no hay problema. Lo importante es poner el foco, la atención es en lo importante. ¿Y qué es lo importante? Es perdiste tu pureza. Eh, Perdiste tu pureza, ¿no? Es intentar mejorar a alguien. ¿Y por qué querés mejorar a alguien? Ah, para que se vea más linda. Bueno, ahí surge el orgullo, ¿y por qué querés que se vea más linda? Y ahí surge la codicia. Y en realidad, solamente el que es completamente dichoso, el Lord sabe, sabe absolutamente todos, ¿no? Y los ojos del Lord están allí y lo ven todo.
Yeah. See, like yeah, the so when I was training further, in US as a specialist, I got a little vacation. So Nima and I, we drove to the Smoky Mountains and then we went to a special place. We were just saying, we were so fascinated by all America and we were very young. This was in the 70s, 75, And so we entered a park. Yeah, we stopped to a car there and right in front of there was this beautiful statue of the Lord, you see. And this Lord, Jesus, stood out amongst, he was standing there, and his face was beautifully sculpted, you see. So I came near and near and near, and then I noticed something very beautiful. Wherever I walk to his left, I walk, and then I walk to his right, and his eyes would follow me, you see. It was so beautifully done that his eyes literally felt like they were moving, with you see. And below it was written, the eyes of the Lord are upon you, are on you, you see. It is a
Mm,
very deep, profound statement which we now understand, you see. We understand this. People say, they every, even if you're not enlightened, you will see that they say, well, my Lord is looking at me, you know. But, it is, to really get the exact depth of it, you see, is now when we see this, you see. Hmm? Uh, when we read the question of this Mahatma, you see.
mm. Dice Shuddha que él alrededor de 1975 viajó con Ninda, con su esposa, se fueron de vacaciones a las montañas humeantes. Y bueno, habían entrado con el auto y vio una hermosa estatua de Jesús. Entonces, bueno, se acercaron y una belleza bárbara, y cómo estaba esculpida. Y se acercó y caminó hacia la izquierda y caminó hacia la derecha y observó que los ojos lo seguían, ¿no? Fuera para la izquierda, fuera a la derecha, los ojos lo seguían. Y esta escena le trae a la cabeza, ¿no? Que estas palabras de Dada, que los ojos del Lord siempre están en ti, ¿no? Y hoy tenemos el conocimiento exacto de lo que eso significa.
So here the situation is reversed. The Lord that you and I our eyes are constantly on this one in front of us. You see, this energized one, which is called Nishchetan Chetan. In other words, this one that you see in front of you doesn't have the capacity to see and know. I inside can see what's going on in his physical state, in his mental state, in his antakaran, in his bow, views everything. I can see it. I can see it. You see? In the same way, you too can see what's going on in Harman, in Gabi, in Moni, in Rosie, etc. See?
La situación de los ojos del Lord, ahora ya no están fuera siguiéndome, ahora los ojos del Lord están dentro. Y podemos ver a Patricia, cada uno puede ver a Patricia, a Luz, a Gaby, a Alicia, a todos, ¿no? Y puedo ver en el estado de la mente, del cuerpo, del entacaram, del Bao, todo lo que sucede en cualquier espacio.
You see this? So, this it looks like there is only one thing left, you see, when you read this today's satsang, which is just see it. Can you see it, for heaven's sake? Can you see with your eyes what is happening? You see? Don't try to see what the other person is doing, uh, what the new president is doing in Argentina. Don't try to, judge what he is doing. Just see, you see? See and be surprised, you'll be surprised. You'll find that all your opinions have zero value, you see. They just kind of leave. That which is temporary goes away and you see, you see.
Ujú. Solo ve lo que es y no lo que otros dicen, solo ve. Porque todo lo que otros ven son las opiniones, esas opiniones tienen cero valor. Solo mantente viendo.
Yes. What is the name of your new president?
Milley,
Milley, right, yes, Milley.
sí, very
Yes.
friend of Trump.
Yeah,
Friends.
this is
No.
this is how they are, this is how their prakriti is. This is their discharge, you see. This is their
Ujú,
discharge, you see. Right or wrong binds us, you see. The
ujú,
relative view, let it remain relative. Do not become the owner of the relative view. See, it is impossible without Gnan. Everyone, in the absence of knowledge of the self, are the owners of their views, and they are ready to fight for what they believe in. You see.
yes.
Mm.
No, no. No sé el dueño de la visión de lo relativo, ¿no? Porque la visión de lo relativo te va a llevar a pelear a cualquier lugar.
Yeah.
Sé la visión
So,
del ser.
yeah, these are highly amazing sentences. They know the seer is always pure, is Shuddha. Shuddha Drashti. Shuddha, pure, Drashti, vision. The seer is the one with the pure vision, you see. And such purity, such
Ujú,
purity is very hard to come across in this world, you see. You will only see it in Mahatmas and in the Gnani and in our Dada and in our Lord Simandar. You see, this purity does not exist. This Gnan does not exist in this world. It does not exist. And others, it cannot be copied. It cannot be imitated. It, it exists in the heart of the Gnani and his Mahatmas here. His Gnani Mahatmas, each one of us here in front of us is purity. No, it cannot be stolen.
yes. Dice que solo sé el Shuddha, la pureza, ¿no? Alcanzar esta pureza, y esta pureza la vamos a poder encontrar en el Gnani, en Dada, y no existe otro lugar en el mundo, y es algo que no se puede copiar, tampoco se puede robar, ¿eh? Así que
Yes, this
solo aquí.
yeah, and then this last sentence is very magnificent. Actually, the last sentence of this paragraph today is an Apta Sutra. You see, this one here, this one which says that which was seen in ignorance,
Ujú,
and that which was loaded up in your grocery bag without really checking. Yeah, just boil it in. You put it in, put it in, put it in. You see, in the bag of
ujú,
karma. You see. Now, as it comes out, you'll say, oh, cheese, bread, tomatoes, more
mm.
tomatoes. All of those things start
Too
coming out
much tomatoes.
too much, and
Sí,
what? Yeah, all sorts of things start coming out, you see. So, what was filled in ignorance now needs to be seen in Gnan, you see. And when you
ujú,
see it in Gnan, you become free. You seeing it in ignorance binds you, and seeing it with your vision, with your vision, Shuddha Drashti, it you become free. You don't have to throw it away. You don't have to, wait for the garbage guy to pick it. Seeing it means you are free. You're done.
ujú. Acá dice que la última oración es tan maravillosa, ¿no? Y dice que las cuentas kármicas son contraídas por la ignorancia del ser. Y es como ir al supermercado y poner en el carrito o en la bolsa, sin prestar atención, ¿no? Llevas papas, tomates y más tomates y después no llevaste lo que tenías que llevar, pero cuando eh, puedes estar con el nan, estar con el conocimiento, verlo, entonces te puedes liberar.
Yeah. So, my friends, we let us take a break now,
Ok.
and then we
Vamos-
will return in 10 minutes.
10
It's not.
minutes.
Yeah.
Ok.
All right.
Ok.
So, all right.
Vamos a
Yeah.
tomar un recreo y de 10 minutos y volvemos.
Yeah. Yeah. Jai Sachit.
Thank you, Shuddha.
Huh?
Thank you.
Jai Sachidan.
Jai Sachidanand.
Yeah. Jai Sachidanand Devdasi. Hmm. Good.
Do you listen me well?
Sorry. Yes, we're back, huh?
Okay.
We continue. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Marcella. Yeah, Fabi had to leave. And we now continue post break, huh?
Yes.
The next heading, suffering arises from sitting in the wrong seat.
El sufrimiento surge por sentarse en el asiento equivocado.
Questioner, Dada, what Chandubhai wants to do and what Chandubhai should do, what Chandubhai wants to do and what Chandubhai should do are two different things. So, for example, Chandubhai wants to go see a movie, but many guests have come home to his house, to his home. So he knows that he should help with some household work. However, he lacks sincerity in this matter. So how can sincerity be instilled or installed in him? Again, a question from a Mahatma speaking about file 1, Chandubhai.
Interlocutor. Dada, lo que Chandubhai quiere hacer y lo que Chandubhai debe hacer son dos cosas diferentes. Así, por ejemplo, Chandubhai quiere ir a ver una película, pero han venido muchos invitados a su casa, así que sabe que debe ayudar con algunas tareas domésticas. Sin embargo, le falta sinceridad en este asunto. Entonces, ¿cómo se le puede inculcar o instalar la sinceridad?
This again is a very, very interesting question. You see, part built in the question is the desire for this Mahatma to have some sincerity. You see, it's a very big
Esta
word.
es una maravillosa pregunta también y habla más allá de la pregunta de lo que hay que hacer, lo que quiere hacer es lo que quiere que el Mahatma quiere ser sincero.
And Dada's answer is very interesting. Dada says, you should just be patient and keep seeing what happens. You see, so that is enough. So complete sincerity is encompassed in that. Wow, look at that. Another says that's where the sincerity is.
Dadashri dice, tú solo debes ser paciente y seguir viendo lo que sucede. Eso es suficiente. Así que la sinceridad completa está incluida en eso.
So, questioner, but Chandubhai is a kind of person who would stick his hand right in the fire.
Interlocutor, pero Chandubhai es el tipo de persona que metería la mano en el fuego.
She says, no, even then, you should see to what extent did Chandubhai stick his hand in there. You should see whether Chandubhai stuck his hand to this extent or to that extent. You are actually clear. This word clear means you are fine. You are the seer knower. I have placed you on the seat that is clear. That is clear. Seat is clear. You are becoming unclear. Why are you becoming unclear? Which situations are you sitting on? It is on your reserved seat, isn't it? Are you sitting in the place where your reservation has been made in the Gnanvidhi, or is it in an unreserved place? Chandubhai, by nature, Dada says, is pleasure seeking. So he is the kind of person who would go and sit on an unreserved seat.
Ujú. Dada dice, no, incluso entonces tú deberías ver hasta qué punto Chandubhai metió su mano allí. Tú deberías ver a Chandubhai si metió su mano hasta este punto o hasta aquel punto. Tú estás despejado, tú estás claro, te has colocado en el asiento que está despejado. ¿Por qué tú no estás claro? ¿En qué situación estás tú sentado? ¿Es en tu asiento reservado? ¿No es así? ¿Estás tú sentado en el lugar donde se ha hecho tu reserva o en un lugar no reservado? Chandubhai busca el placer, así que el tipo de persona que iría y se sentaría en un asiento no reservado.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now I just realized as I browse through this particular heading that this is a very long chapter, you see.
Mm.
And it's going to take a few sessions, but we will go slowly and surely. But most important is part of this has already been read in the first question and first answer. You see?
Este capítulo es este que comenzamos es ahora, estar sentado en el asiento correcto o incorrecto. Es un capítulo que es muy largo y ya de alguna manera lo vamos a ver, pero esto tiene que ver con lo que estuvimos leyendo al principio cuando comenzó el satsang.
Sometimes when you go deeper into the questions, the words, more meanings come, you see, more understanding arises. It's not something that you just read. The questioner has read, oh, how can I instill, how can I, in other words, make him more sincere? How can I make him more sincere? See, and our definition of sincerity is honest, being honest, true to your word, um, uh, doing what you said you would do, you see, um, not cheating anyone, etc. That, so we have those kinds of values when we say this man is sincere. If somebody gives you some work to do, and you say, okay, I'll do it, that means you do it sincerely, with attention. You don't say, wow, why did I accept this work? I don't like it. No, once you accepted the work, then you do it sincerely. You see, that is a sincerity. So this sincerity is a relative phenomenon, relative part, you see.
Ujú. Acá la palabra sinceridad es la palabra, ¿no? Vamos por la honestidad y la honestidad de la palabra, de cumplir la palabra, de decir que vamos a hacer algo y lo hacemos con sinceridad, no engañar. Por ejemplo, nos dan un trabajo y después que nos dan el trabajo, pedimos un trabajo, decimos que sí y después vemos que no, y bueno, aunque no lo quieres, lo haces y lo haces bien y lo haces con total sinceridad. Pero todo esto tiene que ver con la parte relativa.
You see, it's Dada is talking of, hey, Dada is not even going there when he answers this question. When he said Dada answers, he says, hey, Dada says, don't, that's like trying to change something. You see, the structure of this Chandubhai that this question is talking about is that he cannot remain sincere. He says, he's supposed to help his wife clean up the dishes, make it nice for the guests, etc., etc. But he just takes off for a movie, and so wife has to do everything and arrange everything for the guests, etc. So the man was insincere. He is not sincere to his wife. He's not helping her. He is not sincere to the invitation for his friends. I mean, you expect to clean up the home and make it nice, so when they come, they can have a very wonderful time. You see, so sincerity is lacking in that man. In that example of the questioner.
Ujú. Em, Cuando acá le preguntan, el que hace la pregunta Dada, que habla sobre la sinceridad, en realidad es más un tema que él tiene. Y Dada le dice, no quieras cambiar. Y si no, porque por ejemplo no puede mantener la palabra porque él quiere ir al cine, y no ayuda a su mujer, no es sincero con eso, y tampoco atiende a sus invitados, ¿no? Como que no cumple sus expectativas. El problema es del que está preguntando, en realidad.
Mhm.
No es un
Yeah,
problema, es la falta de sinceridad.
yeah. You see, Dada completely throws. He doesn't negate it. He doesn't. He does not. He does not devalue that desire for sincerity. He is now. Uh, he's now doing satsang with Gnani Mahatmas who are done with 325 degrees. You see, they are. They are not they're not using their intellect to see faults of others. You see, um, they really want to progress further in the self, to really be the self and rise higher in this awareness. So the level of satsang is totally different. You see, for other levels of Mahatmas, Dada will say, no, you have to be sincere, you have to be nice to other Mahatmas, you have to do your work. You cannot take shortcuts in the relative, you know, um, you cannot, you cannot run away from your duties and go to satsang, etc., etc. So there is different, the level. Can you see the change in the level of the satsang here? That's what I'm trying to
Yes.
tell you.
Acá dice Shuddha que Dada, cuando le vienen a hacer esta pregunta, él no devalúa el deseo del Mahatma de sinceridad, este, porque los Mahatmas, lo único que quieren es progresar y elevarse en el conocimiento del ser. Pero si el nivel de conocimiento es más bajo, le va a decir, bueno, tienes que hacer feliz a tu esposa, la tienes que ayudar cuando vienen invitados, tienes que tratar bien a los otros Mahatmas, si tienes una responsabilidad, si tienes que ir a satsang, no te escapes para ir al cine, porque tienen un nivel más nuevo, ¿no? De poco tiempo de conocer el Gnan.
When the other defines the sincerity as never coming out of Amapura, just being the pure one that you are. You and I are just being. That is called. The more you are in Agnas, the more you are seeing it from this vision. You're completely sincere. That's all. That's the only sincerity that is required by Dada. That is the only thing that makes Dada happy. You see, he's pleased with you. Then you see that when that you don't require any other sincerity, because that other sincerity is a relative quality that changes. You see. Sometimes you're sincere to your friends, sometimes you're not. evidence based. It is evidence based, you see.
Ujú. Para Dada, la sinceridad es nunca, jamás salir del alma pura, solo ser el alma pura, estar en las agnas. Cuanto más estás en las agnas, más puedes ver desde esta visión. Y eso es lo que hace feliz a Dada. Después está la otra, la relativa, que tiene que ver con tus amigos, pero bueno, ya tiene que ver con lo relativo.
See, this we're learning new things, you see, that will make us fly very high in Akram Vignan, you see, high in our own awareness. You see, this don't, forget about your ideas of being sincere. Yes, if the Gnani has given you instructions, okay, read this or translate this much for me, then you leave aside all other work and do the work of the Gnani, because this is coming as a specific instructions to Patricia. Patricia, translate this much. You see, so that is the being sincere to the Gnani is being sincere to yourself, you see. We are all, some of us are involved in the translations of all of this material. So we are sincere to ourselves, you see. We are doing this for Gnani. We are not doing this for our ego. We are not doing it to show off what we know and what we, what, and feed the ego here, you see. You understand? So
Ujú.
this
Yes,
that means being sincere to the Gnani means you're being sincere to yourself. The reason you are and I are involved in translation is because it feels just right. It just feels right.
perfectly right.
Uh,
Beautiful. Feels beautiful. Acá dice que, por ejemplo, aprendiendo, ¿no? Todo este aprendizaje que estamos teniendo nos ayuda a volar para elevarnos en nuestra propia conciencia. Y el Nani dejó instrucciones. Y por ejemplo, el nani pide algo, es dejar todo para ir con él. Y ser sincero con el nani es ser sincero con nosotros mismos, no para mostrar el ego, ¿no? Si el nani pide alguna traducción o pide algo, lo hacemos y lo hacemos porque se siente maravilloso.
yeah. And all of that is still in the relative, but it is in the most beautiful parts of relative. You see, it's relative real because it pushes you and I more and more into the real. You see, the work is of the real and the work is done by the relative, you see. So this is the
Ujú,
highest kind of work, you see.
ujú. Eh, eh, por ejemplo, hacer el seba para el nani es algo que lo hacemos con lo relativo, pero nos lleva a lo real, nos lleva al ser.
Yeah. So, Marcella understands, Luz, Gabi, everyone understands here, you see. Everyone in the group
Todos,
understands, you see.
todos los que estamos en el grupo entendemos
And
de
and this is
qué es lo que
this
está
is
diciendo.
and this is not only confined to translation. It is every little thing you do so that the mission of Jagat Kalyan happens. You see, more people come to understand, and more people um uh, uh, keep come nearer to waking up. You see, to understand the beauty of all of this. You see, of how easy it is not to suffer. It is much more difficult to suffer than it is to not suffer in life, you see. Much more difficult to suffer.
Ujú. Dice todo lo que se hace para el nani es desde lo más pequeño, todo, cualquier cosa que se haga, todo lo que estamos haciendo es para Jagat Kalyan, para también traer más personas, para que ellos también puedan despertar. Y bueno, el sufrimiento existe, pero este conocimiento también nos da la posibilidad de no sufrir.
Dadashri's answer is absolutely magnificent. You should just be patient. Now, the Gujarati word is dhiraj pakdo. Hang on to patience. uh, hang on to patience, as if this how that is the Gujarati construction is like that. We say be patient. Mother will say, and the child is wanting chocolate or so wanting to his toys, and the mother is busy. And then the mother will say, be patient, be patient, be patient. You say, just I'll give it to you, I'll give it to you. The child will keep on saying, give it to me, right?
Now, said the
No,
children. Said,
no, no.
now. Chocolate, now, toy, now.
Yeah. Yeah. And then if you keep
Yes.
observing this child, you will see his or her prakriti, you see.
Mhm.
You know, the girl will remain very silent. The little boy will be doing all this, mom, mommy, right, The girl knows that she is going to get it, but she doesn't want to raise her voice and give me, like this. You see, there is the prakritis, if you observe these prakritis, you will begin to see the beauty in this world. We are not saying it. We learn so much even from seeing children, you see. Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, we sing. Um, yeah, go on.
Eh, Dadashri dice, tú deberías ser paciente, sé paciente. Y trae un ejemplo, por ejemplo, de una mamá está cocinando o está ocupada y su hijito le dice, quiero chocolate o quiero un juguete, y empieza a gritar, a saltar, quiero jugar, dame chocolate, y grita y grita. Y la madre le dice, sé paciente, sé paciente. Y este es el Prakruti del varón, del niño. Si una niña por lo general no va a gritar y va a hacer eso, ella sabe que va a ser paciente y que va a obtener su muñeca cuando la madre se desocupe. Y es también poder ver los prakrutis de los niños, ¿no? Se aprende mucho viendo a los niños.
That's true. In the exact translation here, as I look at it, there is a slight. We need to make it a little more exact. Dadashi says you should just a little, be a little patient. Now that doesn't
Ah,
say be patient. That is a very big,
order.
very big order. But you can say be a little patient. You see, when somebody tells you be patient, you don't know. Oh man, how long will I have to wait? How long will I have to wait? But if you say be a little patient, then you'll say, okay, maybe I can wait 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. This
Yeah.
is human psychology. And they say be a
Uh,
little patient. You say, okay, all right. When is my coffee? No, be a little patient. And the waiters in very busy restaurants have learned this technique, because on the one side the food is being prepared, and the other side is the customers who are hungry and banging their table. Where is our food? Where is our food? So patient is coming, is coming.
like children, like children.
And he said, just with a little patience, because the cook has to make it right. He says all kinds of stuff, you see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dada dice que acá dice no solamente sé paciente, sé un poquito más paciente, sé un poquito, tener un poquito más de paciencia. Y esto es como psicología, ¿no? Es como que lo lleva, lo calma más. Y es lo mismo que pasa con los camareros en India, ¿no? Que la gente llega y llega muerta de hambre y quiere la comida allá y lo vuelven loco al mozo llamándolo y el mozo les dice, es un poquito más de paciencia, la comida se está preparando para que esté fresca y esté rica. Y así se calman las personas. Y así dice del Dada, ¿no? Sé un poquito paciente.
Yeah, right. So you
No,
change.
no dando la orden de sé
Yeah, so
paciente.
change. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Espera.
so change that, because I just noticed that, how exact are the words. And by holding a little patience, just being a little patient, you get the opportunity to see it. You get the opportunity to see what happens. You see, without this patient factor coming in, you will not get the opportunity to see what happens. You've already jumped in. You have already interfered, you see.
You are busy shouting.
Yeah.
En esto que dice Dada, ¿no? De ser un poquito paciente y después dice, sé un poquito más paciente y continúa viendo qué es lo que está sucediendo. Porque si no tienes paciencia, no puedes ver qué está sucediendo.
This is just such a loaded sentence of Dada. When you're patient, I said, when you hold on to a little patience, again your seer mode, your ability to see evidences, scientific circumstantial evidence in front of you increases. Once you become busy seeing scientific circumstantial evidences, you become also aware of how it is. You become aware of everything as it is. You become aware, the hunger within you takes a secondary role and you start becoming more aware, you see.
Cuando Tata dice esto de ser un poquito más paciente para que puedas ver qué es lo que está sucediendo y puedas estar, y si te mantenés en ese estado y te mantenés en la paciencia, vas a poder ver las evidencias que están sucediendo. Ahora, si estás desesperado de hambre y no tenés paciencia, no vas a poder ver qué es lo que está sucediendo.
It's a step, it's an exact step to kind of enter into complete sincerity with the self, Amapura sincerity. This is who you are, see?
Esto es un paso, ¿no? La paciencia es un paso para entrar a la completa sinceridad del alma pura.
So Shuddhatma Bhagwan, so we will enough for today. Highest namaskars. I hope you would get adjusted to the new time. And then, if you still need to make changes, let me know. Yeah. All right.
Bueno, nos ajustamos todos al horario y si cualquier problema que tengamos, que se lo comuniquemos. Thank you, Shuddha. It was
Thank you
Shuddha,
so
thank
much.
you.
magnificent, Shuddha.
Thank you.
Gracias, Pati. Gracias,
Muchas
Marta.
Gracias a
gracias.
todos.
Gracias a
Rosie.
Gitana.
Desaparecida.
Lindo.
Missing.
Mishi.
Mahatmita. El
Wonderful.
pequeño Nani.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Jai
Sachitana.
Satchitana.
Thank
Jai
you.
Satchidanand.
Jai
Gracias, Pati.
Sachitana.
Thank you.
Jai
Gracias a
Satchidanand.
todos,
Gracias,
gracias a
Shuddha.
todos.
Dharma Bhagwan.
Gracias, Shuddha.
Moni, Harman, everyone, Rosie, everyone, Jai Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand,
Jai
Shuddha.
Satchidanand.
Jai
Gracias.
Satchidanand.
Gracias, Padre. Jai
Yeah.
Satchidanand.
Thank you all.